What's up, knuckleheads? Never Done It here with Kid & Company, and in this episode I'm building the 1982 Porsche 956C in delicious 1/24 scale. I have to say, this was a unique build, different from all the other builds I've done before because it was every bit as much a refurbish and renovation job as it was a slot car job. This is a pre-existing build, almost 40 years old, got it in an estate sale. There were some blemishes, to say the least, and I've had to do things that I've never done before, like create my own headlight lenses. I had to buff a bunch of glue and scratches out of some of the clear plastics. And I learned a lot, and you know, as challenging as it was a lot of fun, and I can apply these lessons to other builds that I do in the future. So having said that, if you like the Porsche 956C and you want to see how I got this far, you might want to stick around. So, instead of the typical unboxing video that you're probably used to, I went a different route with these. Instead of trying to find these kits in a box, unassembled, I've had nothing but bad luck with these old 30, 40-year-old kits, especially when it comes to the decals. They're either yellow, they're silver, they're brittle, and I've had to go aftermarket on them if you're even lucky enough to find the decals aftermarket, number one. Number two, if you've been watching this, you probably know, because I've said it on multiple occasions, I don't particularly enjoy decals. It's like the bane of what I do. I just kind of bite down on something and do it. Having said that, I went on our favorite place, the internet, and I found both of these cars on eBay in an estate sale, which of course means probably the person that built these is either no longer with us or they're no longer in control of their affairs. Anyway, there were some other cars out there just like these, but what attracted me to these was how well the decals sit on these liveries. Whoever built these, this one was built 40 some years ago, this was built about 35 years ago. If nothing else, they knew how to decal a car. Even that far back, they did a much better job on the decals than I could have ever done. They even took the time to do the engine bay, the transmission, and all that. Unfortunately, I'm going to end up gutting that because it's going to be a slot car. And then on the Porsche over here, the same kind of thing. They really took their time, did a great job. Of course, again, unfortunately, a lot of that's going to get chopped out of there. Now, having said that, because I went this route, it does present some new challenges for me that I haven't run up against. And like everything, I want to hit it head on. The one thing about these kits, because they're so old, the clear plastics, the windshield, the headlights, the side panels of the cockpit, they all had like these little teeny tiny cracks in them, and it looks like maybe someone at some point, maybe the builder, had touched them in certain places with their thumb or their finger with some adhesive of the time, and that drives me nuts. So, you know, everything else I was in love with except for that, but because these are gonna have headlights in them, I want those headlights to shine clearly, and you know, I want to preserve as much of the aesthetic as I can as far as the windshields go. So what I'm having to do, I'm kind of approaching it like I would with a real car with polycarbonate lenses, because I've done that before. You know how your polycarbonate lenses as the car ages, they can oxidize. I went and got me some Meguiar's Scratch Eraser Kit, just like if I was trying to remove some scratches on a real car. And that's what you see here. That's the stuff I put on there. I haven't taken it off yet. It's like a white paste. I've already started on this one, and these were all scratched up, by the way, and they had some gunk on them. I'm still working on those, but not bad, really, considering what they did look like. And I wish I had kind of stopped and paused so you could know what they did look like. But what I've done essentially is this stuff comes with a buffer, like if you're working on your real car, and I just took a chunk out of it. You know, like it has to be smaller because these cars, of course, are only a 24th the size of a real car. And I took the Dremel and I put a polishing bit on it to kind of speed things along. So far so good. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if this thing was just going to go right through these old plastic windshields and headlight covers or not. But, you know, apply a little bit of that, and I've just been going back and forth, and the glue's coming off. A lot of the little scratches is coming off, and even some of the plastic appeared to be like a little bit yellow, had a little tint to it. Again, 40 years old, 30 years old. That's when these things were put together. So far so good. You know, the last thing I want to do is have to replicate this clear plastic. I mean, these are molded and shaped, so I can't just simply go get, you know, clear plastic and bend it and replace them. So I'm going to do the best I can. It's a challenge I haven't faced before, but I love new challenges, and it's always something different. So I'm going to keep rolling, and we're going to see what happens, and hopefully by the time I'm done, these cars are going to look amazing on that track. Well, knuckleheads, hope you enjoyed it. I know Lee did, because she was behind the wheel, as usual. Stay tuned for the next build, the Mazda 787. Another Group C car. Got this one in the same estate sale that I got the 956 in, so I will be facing a lot of the same challenges. It's probably going to be a little bit of refurbishing, hopefully not as much, but I'll be applying the lessons from the Porsche build to this. So until next time, keep living that big kid lifestyle.